Hello, everyone. Happy Cold Beers Sunday. Welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean. And this is, if you can't tell by the music, the Star Wars Celebration speculation video. I've been thinking about this for a while, about all the stuff that they're going to announce and maybe do this year at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. And so I thought, let's do a video. Won't be really long. A lot of this is stuff that kind of we already knew was going on. And then some of it, is just complete and utter speculation. Things that I wish I could see over this next week. At this point in time, Celebration is in 4 days. So we'll do a recap after the Celebration, just to kind of figure out what's going on. But like I said, it's cold beers. Here we got our Star Wars koozie. It's Cold Beers Sunday, so let's do this properly. All right. Let's start on Thursday. They're doing the 40th anniversary panel. Everybody's showing up. Hayden Christensen's going to be there. The guy who played Wedge Antilles in the original, Lawson, is going to be there. I'm expecting something big to come out of that panel. It's a celebration of 40 years of Star Wars from the very first episode. The 40th anniversary is officially on May 25th, which is the Thursday of Phoenix Comic-Con this year. Not saying we should do something, but we should do something. But this year at Celebration, they're going to have this big, huge panel, and everybody's showing up for it. So there might be something out of that. There could be things I do expect to see. Ewan McGregor is going to be there. There should be a huge cheer for him and who he, because he's ObiWan. He is ObiWan for a lot of us, especially for the younger generation. And I relate. I got a lot more about Ewan in a minute. Hayden Christensen, like I said, is going to be there. I'm expecting a huge cheer for him. People may have problems with the prequels and may have problems with him. That wasn't his fault. That was the direction he was given. And you kind of, Janice and I were talking about this on the last episode, that kind of, the way Hayden played it, and the really whiny Anakin kind of makes sense of how you get to the emotional, and especially emotionally charged Darth Vader with a very short temper and stuff like that. And Luke's kind of whiny. Kylo's kind of whiny. He's a Skywalker. So it's a trend. It makes sense. But I expect to get a big cheer for Hayden when he walks into the arena. It's an hour and a half panel, so there should be a lot of stuff. And then one other thing from that panel that I'm pretty sure is going to happen at some point in time, they're going to do something for Carrie. Carrie Fisher passed away in December, and she's right there, always over our shoulder. And I expect something to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole crowd starts cheering Carrie. Carrie, 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 Carrie. So that should be, just kind of a couple ideas that I thought. They're doing the Last Jedi, episode 9 panel. We will get a trailer at that panel. It may be at the 40-year panel, but I doubt it, since Last Jedi's got its own panel. So I wouldn't be surprised. We will get a trailer. I will not be surprised at the 40th anniversary one. We might also get that sizzle reel like they did for Rogue One and Force Awakens, where it was kind of not really a trailer, but some of the behind the scenes stuff. We might get that too at Celebration at the Last Jedi panel. But we'll see. I know for a fact we're getting Battlefront 2. Battlefront 1 looked amazing, was cool for about 15 minutes, and then I was kind of done with it. So I know we're getting Battlefront 2. We should at least get a trailer for that and probably a release date if we don't already. There's also another game coming out that's actually from the creator of Uncharted. My speculation is is that it'll be a Han Solo style Uncharted kind of version of the universe, where we have to go and smuggle things and find things and do that, and, like a storyline. And that would be awesome, because if it's Han Solo game, you get to pilot the Millennium Falcon. Come on! They're doing a big book, Canon's book panel. I think that's Saturday? Friday or Saturday? I have to look at it again. We will get a couple of books announced. There'll be Canon books. Del Rey just posted the 40 stories for the 40th anniversary book that was announced on Friday. That looks kind of interesting. It'd be kind of fun to watch that, to read through that, and stories over the 40 years from different people inside the Star Wars universe. But I expect there to be at least one book, a canon book, kind of like Ahsoka or Thrawn, which comes out pretty quick. The Aftermath series, that kind of thing. And I expect it to be ObiWan. I expect it to be the ObiWan book. I wouldn't be surprised if they did another visual history, but they've kind of run that course, or a dictionary of spaceships and stuff. But it really should be ObiWan, and I will not be surprised if it's called Kenobi. Or, if you've watched Rebels, Kenobi! You have to watch Rebels to understand that reference. We will get at least a title for the Han Solo movie, and maybe a tease. We'll at least get all that stuff, although we won't get a lot of the Han Solo stuff until D23. Because Last Jedi comes out in December, and Han Solo's next May. We'll get more of the Last Jedi stuff than we do for the Han Solo movie. So we'll at least get a title. They've been kind of holding that under wraps. They're getting pretty close to being done. I think they maybe got a month and a half left of filming. So that will be kind of something I expect to at least see. Most of the trailer and talk and everything like that from the Han Solo movie won't come until D23, which is in June. I think it's right before San Diego Comic-Con. So that'll be their big push there. On the TV side, I hate to say this, it's really something that makes me sad after what happened in the end of this last season. They've already announced season 4 for Rebels, and this last season 3 was awesome. The end of season 2 with Ahsoka and Anakin and all that stuff. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. It's a really, really good show. Oh, by the way, it's a cartoon, and oh, by the way, it's on Disney XD. But this season was really good. The last couple of episodes, some of the best space fighting, space combat that you'll see in anything within the Star Wars universe. But with that being said, this should be the last season. We are now in the Rebels timeline 2 years before Rogue One. If you take 6 months before the new episodes start, that's about a year and a half out. You can make time jumps within that season. It's 22 episodes or something like that, and you can get yourself to Rogue One, and that should be the end. They should spend this whole season maybe going and looking for Jyn, or they go and find K2 and change him or whatever. I expect something of a trailer. It's already filmed. They've already done all the voice work. Everybody's talked about it. They announced it like a month ago that they're doing a season 4. Of course they're doing a season 4. They're like a year and a half ahead of the freaking schedule. So we'll get a trailer and a lot more Thrawn would be nice. And so unfortunately, I expect them to announce this to be the last season of Rebels as season 4. Because of that, I know that Netflix and Disney and Lucasfilm have been talking about doing some kind of TV series. I wish it's a live action series of 13 episodes, maybe the Old Republic. I would really like that. A live action, there would be enough money in it to do an Old Republic. It would be just awesome. It would be so cool to actually get that visualized outside of the game. However, if Rebels is going away, you're most likely going to get a replacement series in an animated form on Netflix. And I would not be surprised if it's connected to, based on, around Coruscant. Coruscant is a planet and a destination within the Star Wars universe that they haven't spent enough time at. And so with all of that, I really expect them to do the Netflix series. I wish it to be live action, expecting it to be animation, it's going to be a replacement for Rebels anyways. They've talked about they want to kind of take a beat and a pause from the movie, the canon movies and the saga movies and all that stuff, and lay the groundwork for some TV stuff. So that would make sense with the Netflix series. I still wish it was Old Republic. Now for the super crazy. I have no knowledge of, well, one of these I have some knowledge on some stuff. I'll start with that one first. My super crazy ideas. The things that I really have for a long time thought that they were never going to happen, but I'd love to see. One of them looks like it will be announced maybe at the 40th anniversary panel. Ewan McGregor is coming back to play ObiWan. I'm not saying it's official. However, it makes a lot of sense. There's 19 years from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope. And so from episode 3 to episode 4. And so there's lots of time in there, and Obi-Wan didn't spend all of his time on Tatooine sitting around a fire waiting for somebody to show up. Watch Rebels. Where's my spoiler thing? It's over there. So they will announce. I expect them to announce an Obi-Wan of his time and Tatooine. That's not crazy. And Ewan McGregor's the right age to make it work. So, and he's chomping at the bit to do it. Here's my crazy stuff with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan will be in episode 9. I'm saying he will be. As a Force ghost, that's also the reason that Hayden Christensen will be at the 40th anniversary, because he will show up as a Force ghost, helping Luke train Rey in episode 9, episode 8 and 9. And so, and I really, really want this to happen. Obi-Wan is somehow direct lineage to Rey, and we'll find that out in the Obi-Wan movie. We won't find out in Last Jedi or even episode 9. But Kenobi, the movie Kenobi, we'll find out who Rey's parents is, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's freaking Obi-Wan is her grandfather. So that's my super speculation. Some of that, there's some legitimacy to that, and there's some that I'm just hoping. And then the one that I've been crying for, and I would have said that this is much more likely to happen until the news of Batgirl. So if you watched the red carpet stuff that happened at the Rogue One premiere, Joss Whedon was there. Why in the world is Joss Whedon at the Rogue One premiere? Because he's in the universe and he's going to do something. I've thought for a really long time that he was going to write, produce, and direct an Ahsoka movie. He likes strong female leads. Ahsoka is the super strong, independent woman within the Star Wars universe. Not that there isn't other strong, independent women like Rey and Jen and Princess Leia. Come on. But Ahsoka made a lot of sense. However, now that I know that Joss is going to go do write, direct, produce Batgirl, they're going to have Dave Filoni do it. Pablo Hidalgo will be an executive producer. Dave Filoni's baby is Ahsoka. He created her under the guidance of George Lucas. So you got to be telling me there's got to be an Ahsoka movie, right? With all the stuff that happened in Clone Wars. Hashtag Ahsoka lives, with all the stuff that happened in Rebels. The book that came out, it's a little preteeny, but it's really, really good. All the stuff that Ashley Eccleston has done, making it her own in this universe over the last 10 years, there has to be an Ahsoka movie, and it's going to be Dave Filoni who's going to direct it. That will be super awesome if they announce it. I don't expect that they'll announce it. If they do, and they say Joss is going to direct it, or Dave Filoni is going to direct it, or somebody else within the Star Wars Lucasfilms umbrella, if they go a younger version of Ahsoka, early 20s kind of thing, I believe it should be Lily James. She's in Zombies, the Pride and Prejudice of Zombies. She's the blonde girl. And then if they're going to do a little bit older version, a more seasoned, more of the political stuff, Rosario Dawson has been stomping to be Ahsoka. In fact, there was a thing that popped up the other day. It was Ahsoka. It was Rosario Dawson's Twitter profile, whatever, and the first two new friends on her list was Star Wars and Dave Filoni. So super speculation on Ahsoka happening and who's going to direct it. Not so super, Obi-Wan's going to happen. Now, we'll see what happens within that movie. So what do you guys think? What are you looking for in Celebration? Are you guys going? Is somebody going to Celebration? I need a correspondent. I want somebody to be my direct eyes and ears and send me stuff so I don't have to learn about stuff on the internet secondhand. So what do you guys think? What speculation do you have about Star Wars Celebration? Let us know. Like this video. Comment on it. Tell us what you're thinking. You can also find us at Pop Culture Cult on Facebook. We're at the Pop Culture Cult 1 on Instagram, and we're at Pop_Cult1 on the Twitters. And if you like here, you can subscribe to our channel. And here is our latest episode where we talk more about the Star Wars stuff. And until the next time, good night now. Have fun at Celebration.